Shalom, 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 Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And in this lesson, I'm going to touch on a few topics. More than one that's obvious. You know, the war going on in Russia and the Ukraine. Because what you see happening is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is making things happen in the earth. And that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites, man. You are the biblical Israelites, man. Direct seed from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you need to know that in these last days, man. Because what you're going to see is these things are going to get worse and worse, man. These things are going to increase day by day. And hey, and if you in your right mind, man, you're supposed to want it to increase. You know, you're supposed to want it to increase, man. Because what? This is a direct sign from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that we at the end, man. You're supposed to be paying attention. So before I play this video, this is a video and it says, America, we need to start preparing, man. How are you Americans going to prepare? Right? What are you going to do? Stack up on food, water. You got your bunker. You done made another living space under your house. Hey, man, none of that's going to do you no good in these last days, man. None of that's going to do you no good. But what you see, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are not Americans, man. You are Israelites. And the way you prepare is you come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, your power. That's how you come back. There's no other way you could prepare than to turn back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child. You have to do that, man. Because if not, you're gonna reap the judgment that America is about to reap. You know, for all the things that America has sold upon the nation of Israel, it's gonna come back on them. And we're in the time of that. You know? So before I play this video, I want to get this, right? This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 4. And it reads, and the Lord have sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, man. So in the last days, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has sent unto you his servants, the prophets, man, prophesying the downfall of America, prophesying the things that are going to happen on the earth, right? And it says, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear, man. Because when brothers is out on the highways and hedges, man, teaching our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, teaching them who they are, what do, man? They shrug their shoulder, right? They roll their eyes, they suck their teeth, they call the cops. Only the elect is going to hear. Only the elect is going to incline their ear to hear, man. Jeremiah 25 and continuing, verse 5. And they said, turn ye again, now everyone from his evil ways. So we telling our people to turn from their evil ways. Turn from the sinful way of living that they've been living here in America, Babylon the Great. Because America's on its way down. And they're going to take in America through the power of Satan, right? Because that's who runs America, Satan, man. Through the so-called white man and his society and his system. If you follow that, and you're going to get what America get, man. So it says, they said, yea, Salakia, they said, turn ye again now everyone from his evil way and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord have given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. right? So we telling our people to turn back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? That you may see the kingdom, man. Be the first fruits of the kingdom. Verse 6. And go not after other gods to serve them. So what our people are into? Buddhism, Christianity, being a Muslim, right? Celebrating these holidays, man. Right? New Year's, 4th of July, Christmas, right? They don't know the high holy days to celebrate. Passover, Day of Nicanor, right? Do the atonement, right? To atone for their sins, right? The Feast of Tabernacles, right? Feast of First Fruits, Feast of Unleavened Bread. They don't know about those, man. So that's why we out there that we can show that to our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? So it says, verse 6, and go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Right? So the Most High is straight telling you, don't do these things. That way I will not cause you no hurt, man. If you do what I tell you, hey, you will be safe. And it tells you that in the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter, right? Verse 7, yet ye have not hearkened unto me. So the Lord is saying, because the Lord stretches out his hand to his people, what? Through his servants, the prophets. That's how he gets his word to you. That's how you understand Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So it says, yet ye have not hearkened unto me. Our people didn't hearken. Our people were stiff-necked, hard-headed, and rebellious, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt, man. It's crazy, man. Like, so when you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you wind up getting sick. You wind up catching a disease you can't get rid of. You wind up getting on the verge of being homeless, losing your job, losing your car, losing everything. You getting mad at everybody else, but it's because you doing something that the Lord don't like, man. Everything the Most High gives you on this earth, man, it's all a test, man. It's all a test to see what you're going to do with it. Are you going to still serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or are you going to just write them off, man? You know? Hey, man. That's what you got going on with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But, hey, all of these things that you are seeing on the earth right now, these are all signs, man, that we at the end, man. So the door of repentance is fastly closing, man. You got to get on your job. And your job is to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and do what he told you. So I'm going to let this article play. This is basically like a video of YouTube dealing with a bunch of other things, but we're gonna get into some. So Most High willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
We start with a mysterious flying object on the island of Kauai.
Yeah, so mysterious it sent military jets scrambling to figure out what it was earlier this week. Witnesses say it's still not exactly sure what they saw.
Photographer Abe Coates took this picture on Monday after he saw his neighbor gazing up with a puzzled look. The Princeville resident didn't quite know what to make of it.
This is this big, like, bright star, but it's still sort of daylight out. That's what it first seemed like. But I'm like, it's bigger. It's, like, not getting close to dusk.
We shouldn't be seeing any stars this time of day.
A strange...
Hey, that's not a star, man. Right, all these things that you see now, everybody go with the harp and, so-called white man got technology, putting things in the sky, but some of those things are from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You give this devil too much damn credit, But what you got going on is Yahweh Shem Yahushua is showing signs in the heavens. The chariots, man, those are the chariots of the Lord, man. I seen a video the other day where it was one light coming down from the heavens, and then it broke off into like 6 lights. And then they start doing zigzags and circles and all that, man. you know, and people was bugging out. But the Most High told you in Jeremiah, right, chapter 10. Let me get that real quick. Jeremiah, chapter 10. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. No, I saw that one. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Who's the house of Israel? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Verse 2. It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at him. Then that Edomite say, you know, he was just in a raid, man. But the Lord said, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. The things that you're going to see. Knowing that, you know, these things are going to happen and it has to happen. And they are signs that our Lord, Yahweh Shah, is on his way back, you know.
Sight in the sky last night over Oahu caught the attention of many people.
What was it? What did people see? We did receive a lot of reports via our reported feature on our website. A lot of viewers wondering what those lights were over West Oahu. Check out this video from one of our viewers, Mash Hatai. He said he woke up at about 2:30 this morning, get a drink of water, and this is what he saw in the sky. It certainly caught his eye. He took the video from Kaka'ako and thinks the lights were over Central or West Oahu, hard to tell from his vantage point. As you can see, the two bright lights, and then slowly a third light appears. Hatai believes he saw about 8 to 10 of the lights total. He says he believes, at least he thinks, they're probably flares.
It looks like flares. Definitely could. They should.
And you see Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man, he wants to have the answer to everything, man. But let me see if I can find this. This is If Esau Edom, he believes that he can Salakia. Or fourth. It's Zechariah, right? This is Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3. It says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, man. So what's the curse, man? These chariots, that's a curse that this place is going to be destroyed, right? These chariots been here. These chariots been here from the beginning, man. Right? Right? So when you go, let's see, up to verse 1, right? This is what they in the scriptures, the chariots are known as clouds or a flying roll. And this is one example, right? Zechariah seen this, man. It says, Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Right? The flying roll, those are the chariots, man. Those are being seen all throughout the earth nowadays, man. The Most High is showing itself little by little. Verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits, man. So that's what these are. These are the chariots. And then in verse 3, it says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. Didn't Esau Edom, you know, wasn't we sold to him? And he stole us, man, right? For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it. And everyone that swears shall be cut off as on that side according to it, man. So these chariots are coming here for two things, to destroy and to save the elect, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, man, it don't even matter. It's going to happen. So going back, right? Let it play.
It's something more mysterious. But yeah, it's definitely probably just flares, military flares. Definitely really unusual to see. They were super bright. I guess I couldn't really
up $490,000 since joining. I'm up about 100.
Salakia.
Whoever tries to interfere with us, and even more so to create threats for our country, our people should know that Russia's response will be immediate and will lead you to such consequences that you have never experienced in your history.
Now this is the biggest story going on right now, man. This is the biggest news in America and all across the world right now. You know, everybody, you know, you got protests and damn meetings and all these things going on, and they putting the narrative in mainstream media that, oh, Russia just attacked Ukraine and oh my God, we gotta do something because we want peace. Man, but the real reason, you know, and they take the video down, so what, man? The real reason that Russia is attacking the Ukraine is because Ukraine, NATO wasn't supposed to further their war weapons. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, Russia and the Ukraine, they were tight. Ukraine decided to become friends with NATO in some way, and Russia had told NATO and Ukraine, don't basically come on this land and develop weapons. NATO said okay. So what did NATO do? They broke the treaty and started building weapons on Ukrainian land. Russia didn't like that. That's why you got Russia coming at the Ukraine right now. You know. So Putin made a couple of statements saying that they bombed the Ukraine and attacked the Ukraine to get Nazism out of there. You know, because basically saying that the Ukrainians are Nazis, man, which they hate Negroes, man. The Ukrainians and the people in Ukraine, they hate so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. But yet in America, you got so-called Negroes are praying for the Ukraine, man. A bunch of damn idiots, man. The Ukraine don't give a damn about you, man. The Ukraine, if you go over there, the same Negro that was praying for the Ukraine, if you go over there, man, they'll probably hang his ass, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you gullible as hell when it comes to these other nations that hate you, man. But yet, you don't want to put that same effort into loving your own people. That's why the Most High going to kill 2/3 of our people, man, because you're a bunch of damn coons out here, man.
Буква В, как возле версии Габревской, обстрелянный нахуй вертолет, буковка В. Да мы задержали тут одного, вот поэтому мы пришли на пересечку, на вертолет, чтобы обстреляли на поле стоит.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning, man. The Most High is going to use Russia to start this third world war, man. And if you can't see that it's starting, this is not World War III yet, but we very well on our way. This is Ezekiel 38, man, because the Most High is using Russia, man. Now in the Bible, you're not going to see Russia. They are known as Gog and Magog, man. So this is Ezekiel 38, and we'll start at 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog. Gog is the prince of Magog. Who's the prince of Magog? Vladimir Putin, right? And who's what's the land of Magog? Russia, right? The chief priests of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, man. Right? Moscow is Meshech. Right? Now the Most High is saying he's against Gog and Magog, because the Most High is against the whole nation of Edom, whether they from Russia, Ukraine, Finland, Yugoslavia, whatever, man. They're all Edomites, man. The Most High is against all these Edomites, man. But he's gonna use he's gonna build these Edomites up, right? In a specific order to do his will. And he already prophesied that he will get Russia to start off the Third World War, man. And it's gonna happen. And it says, verse 3 again, Ezekiel 38:3, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Right? I will turn thee back, right? And put hooks into thy jaws, man. You're gonna turn thee back, meaning the Most High is gonna force Russia to go to war, man. Because all they've been keeping peace all this time, having these peace talks and this and that. Hey, it ain't gonna last, man. They just had peace talks. And what happened? Ain't nothing come out of it, man. Ain't nothing come out of it. This is precept Ezekiel James 3:3. It says, Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths that they may obey us, man. So the Most High is putting the spirit in these men, Vladimir Putin, along with Russia, to do his will. And we turn about their whole body, meaning he's gonna turn Russia and force them to start this war off, man. That's what he's gonna do. And it says, verse 4 again, Ezekiel 38:4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So this is all of Russia's army. He's gonna awaken all of Russia's army, man. Every department, whatever you want to call it, everybody's gonna be all hands on deck soon, man. And it says, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libnah with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Now, Russia's going to start this war, right? It's going to come a point in time where NATO is going to get involved, because you already see NATO is activating their troops after all of these years, right? NATO, setting to attack Russia, man, to come to the defense of Ukraine, right? So when that happens, America going to get involved. And when America gets involved, China going to back up Russia along with Iran. And then, you're going to have a full-fledged war out here, man. That's going to be the Third World War. And finally, all these European countries and NATO, right, all of these, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, everybody is going to turn on America, man. Everybody's going to turn on America and completely destroy America and his allies. And the only real ally that America got is Israel, man. And hey, man, listen, America gonna be destroyed, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said it, and America's gonna be destroyed, man. So it says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, all of those Middle Eastern countries, right? With them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomer, who's Gomer? The Germans, right? And all his bands, all his armies, right? The house of Togama and the north quarters and all his bands and many people with thee, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is gonna protect all of these countries, man. Right? Russia is gonna right now it's a little squabble or whatever. It's like a little fight, big brother beating little brother ass, Russia being the big brother, Ukraine being the little. But see, the thing with the U.S. don't know how to stay out of people's business, man. Right? So it says, and after many days thou shalt be visited, and the latter years thou shalt come up into thy land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered, right? So that was going into the Arab-Israeli war, right? Out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them, man. So, hey, the Most High is preparing all these nations to go to war, man. All of them. And Russia's going to be the start of it. And it's going to be like a ripple effect, domino effect, man, as you will. Continue.
The crew of the USS Omaha.
Salaki, you goddamn Satan here, man.
Detected on multiple sensor systems unknown objects that surrounded the ship as it moved through ocean waters west of San Diego. One of the objects, a self-illuminated sphere at least 6 feet in diameter, flew alongside the Omaha for an extended period and was observed through a thermal sensor in the ship's combat center. Filmmaker Jeremy Corbell released the Navy video weeks ago and says similar events were reported by 8 other Navy ships in the same area over 3 days.
Mark bearing and range. There was numerous ships that are having similar appears to be coordinated interaction, and this whole series was within this kind of, I'd say, circumference of 100 miles, and there was up to 50 to 100 contacts.
Odie, if you can write a general lat long where we're at, and the number of contacts you got, and get the course and speed meters off.
Over a period of hours, crew members on the USS Omaha, which is located in the center of this radar screen, monitored the approach of the unknown objects, as many as 14 at one point, all around the ship. 2 different radar systems watched the objects and estimated their speed.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, actually 38 knots.
So that was pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah. Corbell obtained the images from sources he declines to identify. The Pentagon's UAP task force considers the Omaha spheres to be true unknowns. The ships that were under observation by the unknowns were unable to track where they came from or where they disappeared to. The Omaha sphere appears to have vanished into the ocean.
What was splashed?
At that point, it also vanished from all sensors. In one video snippet, 9 of the objects were seen around the Omaha, but 2 of them dropped off, somehow invisible to 2 radar systems.
And it supports the hypothesis that these are not just a balloon dropping into the water, or it's not.
In Temple last night, people on Facebook were claiming to see some strange lights moving across the sky.
See, you see all of these chariot sightings, man, because we about to get up out of here, man. Right? Because hey, if you don't want to believe that, hey, it's in the Bible, man. We leaving America on the chariots, man. The elect of the nation of Israel is leaving America on the chariots. The vehicles of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is because this sounds crazy to people to believe that niggers and spicks and wetbacks, right, and porch monkeys and whatever else they call us will be all the chosen people, one, and not only that, are going to leave here in a strange way via the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, right? Chapter 5, verse 1. And it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the... Matter of fact, let me get it on here. Let me see. Salakia. I probably have to go... Salakia. Salakia. Let's get it. Let's get this. Let's get wisdom. All right. Wisdom of Solomon. 5, right? Let's start at 1. And it reads, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Well, how do you see the righteous man standing in great boldness? You got brothers on the highways and hedges teaching the downfall of America and telling the devil that he's a devil to his face, man. So that's being bold. Certain people, if you say that around them, they get all timid, man. They get all scared and all that, man. Nah, the so-called white man is the devil that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua speak of in the scriptures, man. It says, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor, because they're not looking at it like it's nothing's gonna happen. Like, they just out there, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. You know, whatever they talking about ain't gonna come to fruition, you know, ain't gonna happen. Right? Verse 2, what does it say? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, man. So even though they may say to themselves, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen, when they go home and they see and they hear what the prophets are saying, what the servants of the Lord are saying, man, it gets in their spirit, man, in their minds. And they know, because a lot of these nations, they know who we are, man. So it says, when they see it, when they see the brothers out there teaching, rising up, and they see this great awakening of the Israelites, right? They shall be in trouble with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. How is it going to be strange? Because ain't nobody looking for chariots to come on the earth and beam up so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, the slaves. Ain't nobody looking for nothing that great to happen to the slaves, right? It says so far beyond all that they looked for, man. Right? So far, man. So far beyond all that they look for, man. That's insane. You know, but hey, they're not gonna have a choice, man. Go back to this. So this is why you see these strange lights. They just hanging around. They're waiting for things to pop up. And let me hit you with something. They're the ones causing these things to pop off, man. These angels that's in the chariots, man, and just for the record, the angels, they are huge, big, so-called black men with afros, man. They're going to come down here and whoop the hell out of the so-called white man along with these other nations, man. You had an Edomite give a testimony that he's seen an angel flying, man. 12 to 16 feet long, man. With an afro. Come on, man.
Don't have a good educated guess. My first thought is going to have to be a meteor of some sort, but that's really not my expertise by any means. Others are sharing their thoughts on social media on what this could be. Some are saying that because we live so close to an army base that this could be flares from Fort Hood. Others are saying this could be a meteor from a meteor shower that is peaking right now. And of course, something like this brings up the idea that this could be a UFO. Temple native Michelle Warwick caught the odd orange ball on tape. She says it was an eye's view for about 5 minutes, but the way it danced across the sky has her really confused on what it is.
It kind of like slowed down a lot, and it went to the right, and like you could see like fire like flickering kind of, and then it moved to the right, and then just stopped paths and kind of burst like into 3 and just disappeared.
Live at 11 begins tonight with some breaking news. Strange lights in the sky. The phones in our newsroom tonight lighting up with your calls.
Yeah, many of you at home here are seeing this string of lights there in the sky. Now,
and why are they calling the news for? The news don't know what the hell is going on, man. See, everybody believes that the so-called white man, he's the biggest genius. He knows everything. Let's go to him. Man, the so-called white man don't know a damn thing, man. Right? The elites, they know what it is, man. And they know who we are. But these regular so-called white people out here, along with these other things, they don't know a damn thing, man. They calling the news to find out what's going on. The news been lying to you forever, man. But you calling them to tell you the truth?
have been sightings in Los Angeles and Phoenix as well.
You're traveling in a straight line and they're exactly the same distance apart.
Well, 13 Action News viewer Rusty recording this video right around 9 o'clock tonight. Now, we're working to confirm exactly what these lights were.
Yeah, we're
Traveling in your atmosphere.
it's going slow. Why is it so slow? It's got a line behind it.
And all you see, right? All you see is the lights, man. All you see is the lights. Let me see if I can get this. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Because all you see is the lights. Let me see. Because they way up there, right? They way up there, right? Song of Solomon. Let me see. Maybe terrible to look upon. Let's go there. Maccabees. I'm looking for one. Storms. Terrible. Salakia Israel. I'm trying to find this real quick. Salakia. Right? Because, hey, man, what's gonna come out of this, man, is right now they seeing lights. They seeing they seeing all of these things happening. They just seeing these lights in the sky, but hey, man, they don't want these all right, I'm looking for Genesis. No. Genesis. Okay, no. They don't want these things to come down here. They don't want the chariots to come down here, man. All right, I believe it's second Esdras, right? Let's go there. Second Esdras. I had to get this, brothers, sisters, Salakia. Because second Esdras, right? Right. Second Esdras 15 and 34, right? Second Esdras 15 and 34, right? And it says, behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. So these are the chariots, man. All they see is the lights. They say, "Oh my God, look at it! Oh, it's so bright. Look, why is it moving so slow?" Like the lady just said. They saying we trying to figure out what it is. It's doing dances in the sky, and it's making all these pretty lights, and it's changing colors, and this and that. It's changing form. Hey, that's way up there, man. But they come down here, right? It says, for one, they look all pretty up there in the sky, 100,000 feet up in the air. It says, behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon. So they come down here. Hey, you're not gonna think they look all pretty, man. They're gonna be horrible to look upon, right? And it's what? Full of wrath and storm, man. So they're gonna bring total destruction, man. And when you jump to 40, right, it says, the great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, man. Not only the chariots, man, but the human beings that drive those chariots, man, that control them chariots, man. Here it is in America. You scared of one so-called black man, one so-called Latino man so much that you got to bring the whole damn law enforcement for one man, man. So imagine when these angels come down here, because there's no green man skinny with big eyes. Ain't none of that, man. That's all a facade, and it's all false, man. These are seriously tall and seriously dark so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American men, right? With afros, man. Right? It says, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star, man. Right? Fire and hell, of flying swords, and many waters, and all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters, man. So basically, it's just breaking down how much destruction that these things are gonna these chariots are gonna bring on the earth, man. Even when your house shall come back, right? It said that everything will burn that was under him, right? See if we can find that. All right, it's in Revelations, right? Is it let me see. Burn under. Let's see. No, it's in Revelations. I believe it's in Revelation. Is it 17? Let me see, 17. Let's see something real quick. Carried away. The Lamb is Yahushua, right? And it says, so if the king, no, this is not it. Flesh burned with 10 horns, so okay, Salakia. I can't find that one. Salakia. Things burned that were under him. The spirit of his mouth in this mouth. Might be a bunch here. Yeah. New Testament only. Yeah, Salakia. I'm not going to waste a lot of time with that. But basically, back to this, man. It say when Yahweh shall return, the chariots are going to be with him. He's going to wax strong with the thousands of heaven. 200 million, right? So I'm going to play this. I'm going to close out because, hey, we at the end, Israel.
We'll read about it tomorrow. That is the brightest thing I've ever seen.
What's in the sky?
There was two of them side by side. One went away and burned out.
There it's going.
Quite bright.
It's leaving.
It's immediate.
Gone.
And you see, man, hey, this ain't nothing to play with. These scriptures is real. You know, it's real because America has a price on their head, man. America has a price on their head, man, that they got to pay. They got to pay, man. So, you know, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, Israel, we almost out of here. Pay attention to the prophecies. Pay attention to the things that are going on in the earth, man. Shalom, Israel. Love y'all.